Most robot vacuums do not self-empty. Instead, they collect debris in a bin that fits into the robot vacuum itself. Among the robot vacuums we've tested so far, this bin's volume varies from as low as 300 milliliters to as high as 700 milliliters. When it fills up, you need to physically remove the bin from the robot, empty it, and put it back into the robot. All self-empty robots also have a bin that fits into the robot, and it too can be removed and emptied like a standard dustbin. The difference is that the bin in self-empty robots adds an outlet, which gives the robot the ability to also be able to transfer debris automatically into either a larger bin or a bag in the robot's self-empty dock. We tested several self-empty robot vacuums, and we also tested many robot vacuums that don't self-empty. Unfortunately, the very best robot vacuum we tested, the Roborock S6 Max V, does not self-empty. And so we have to recommend the second best robot vacuum we've tested so far, the Roborock S7, as the best auto-empty option on the market. The S7 is not a perfect robot vacuum. It does have some flaws. The biggest negative for this robot is its carpet deep cleaning performance. In our carpet deep clean test, it only picked up 3 grams of debris on default power. The robot is also rather wide and tall, which may limit its ability to move around or underneath certain furniture in your home. Overall, though, it is a very good robot vacuum. It picked up surface level debris very well in our carpet and hard floor stress tests, and it cleans edges really well. It's also a capable mopping robot, though the biggest positive for this robot is its LiDAR navigation system. It navigates very precisely and very efficiently because of it. This navigation system is also the biggest advantage it has over the second best self-empty robot vacuum we tested, the iRobot Roomba J7. The J7 does not use LiDAR to navigate. Instead, it uses a camera, and because of it, it doesn't navigate with nearly the same amount of precision or efficiency as the S7. This is demonstrated in our cluttered room navigation testing, especially. The J7 with its camera can detect and avoid small obstacles, something the S7 cannot do. The J7 also deep cleans carpet better than the S7 on default power, and its brush rolls don't tangle as easily with longer hair as the S7's brush roll. The S7 performed much better picking up shorter pet hair though. It also has much longer runtime, and it has multiple suction settings so that you can choose the power to noise ratio you prefer. The J7 only has one suction setting, its default suction setting. The S7 can also mop, while the J7 cannot, and replacement bags for the S7's auto-empty dock are usually considerably cheaper than replacements for the J7's auto-empty dock. All of these advantages, plus LiDAR navigation for the S7 versus camera-based navigation for the J7, are the reasons why we recommend the S7 over the J7 as the very best self-empty robot you can buy. The J7 is still a good alternative option though, and if you can find it for considerably cheaper than the S7, it's still a good buy. The same can be said for the iRobot Roomba i7. It too is a good alternative. It offers very similar performance to the J7, although it too, like the S7, doesn't offer small obstacle detection and avoidance. It also navigates worse than the J7 in dark environments, as the J7 has a light beneath its camera, while the i7 does not. The i7 also has less battery life than the J7. The i7 is usually priced accordingly, though, as a lower tier version of the J7, and if you can find it at a considerably lower price than the J7 and S7, it could be a solid alternative option. 2 other Roombas also self-empty, but we generally do not recommend them. The Roomba i3 is just too expensive for what it is, a non-mapping gyroscope robot vacuum. The S9 is just too expensive in general, and we also had some major issues with its navigation. Note that all of these Roombas use the exact same replacement bags for their auto-empty docks, and so the cost of replacing these bags over time is similarly high for all self-emptying Roombas. Moving on to options from a few other brands, we also tested the Echovacs T8 AI VI, but it too is too expensive for what it is. It's priced as high as it is because, like the J7, it also offers small obstacle detection and avoidance. But unlike the J7, its obstacle detection and avoidance doesn't work very well according to our testing. It also cleans edges worse than both the S7 and J7, and doesn't mop as well and uses considerably more expensive replacement bags for its self-empty dock compared to the S7. Lastly, we have the Shark IQ. There are many different submodels of this robot vacuum that have different sensors for navigation and come with different types of self-empty docking stations. We tested a submodel that has a camera and floor tracker and comes with an extra large auto-empty dock. The one big benefit of buying the Shark is that its auto-empty dock features a bagless design, so you don't have the recurring cost of replacement bags with this model. The problem is that the robot itself is designed quite poorly. It cleans edges extremely poorly, and it struggles navigating around certain more complex obstacles like chair legs. The mapping functionality was also essentially broken for the model we bought for review. It wasn't able to generate even one map of our test space during our navigation testing, so we generally do not recommend the Shark IQ. And that just about wraps up this video on the best self-empty robot vacuum on the market. To summarize, the Roborock S7 is recommended as the best self-empty robot. Both the Roomba J7 and i7 are good alternative options, and we generally do not recommend any other self-empty robot we tested. See the description of this video for links to buy the self-empty robot vacuums we do recommend, and for a link to the latest updated list of all of the robot vacuums we recommend. And thank you very much for watching.